Good morning, everyone. Wow, what a night of price action we've had. Yeah, start of a new week. Let's get right into it. Let's see what could happen over the course of the next 7 days, and let's have a little look at what has happened overnight, because this is really, really nice. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this Cypher pattern. Now, I'm sure a lot of you, whether you're familiar with our channel or not, you'd probably seen this Cypher pattern somewhere before. But the thing is, this Cypher pattern's only really emerged in the market for like the last few days for a lot of people. A lot of people were looking down towards our 886 target down here, which would give us this monthly, weekly level and our daily order block. But as we know, Bitcoin is in a bull run, and how often do you see shorts actually reach their target? Like swing shorts actually reach their target? It doesn't happen often. Down here, everyone was expecting 42k to 38k. Never happened. Down here, everyone is expecting 45 to 42k. Hasn't happened. And what we've had now is a really nice bullish engulfing candle. The short squeeze is on. We've had everyone stopped out of their longs. Well, everyone who wasn't aware of what could happen stopped out of their longs, and we're moving up really, really nicely. So yeah, while everyone was getting bearish at these lows, I was streaming last night and I was saying like, okay, we could come down here. It's possible, but if we reclaim this low, so if we reclaim just the low of the other day, I think we're going to see a short squeeze, and I think we're going to see a bounce. And what happened here was we came down, we took these lows, immediately reclaimed them straight away. And at that point, I was like, okay, this is a long. So then we get into our long positions and up we go from there. So yeah, I'm really happy this morning with how this has played out. We had to obviously be aware of the bearish scenario because it did look messy on a chart, but we knew we were approaching the lows last night, and people were asking, should we be selling here? Nah, we're approaching the lows. The lowest it could possibly go from my perspective was this 45k area, but that was very obvious. So what do? We front run it. Okay, so a little bit more on this cipher. We saw this cipher. It had targets between the 786 and the 886, but find us anyone who has traded it better than our man, Luxury, our coach in the Toros community. He made us all aware of this on the 14th of April. He made us aware that the D could come in on our 1-to-1 on the 26th of April. And we had a target set here between 47 and 48k, which here was the 777. But let's take this down to the 786. That was the target. So we got our 1-to-1 at the highs. We came down. We have reached this 1-to-1 down here. So let's just have a look at this. Here is our 1-to-1 here. And this is the day, the exact day that this pattern completes itself. So this is just the perfect, yeah, really the perfect cipher here. Yeah, just such a nice pattern that has played out. The 1-to-1 that we had on this chart was from a trend based perspective, but we also have this. So if we take our A to our B to our C, this is our 1-to-1. This is where you would look for the pattern to complete, and this is where we've got our bounce. So yeah, really, really amazing stuff. Really nice. Yeah, and again, a shout out for Sergeant this morning, who also spotted this on the chart. So this is where we have seen the 1-to-1 here has played out. So this now has to be the low is in, and we're looking for higher prices. The other thing I do want to go over was the divergence we were forming. So let's go on to our 4-hour chart. The MACD and the RSI get a lot of bad press, but these are things that work, and they work really well. So what happened back down here on these lows, we were making a high, a low, a low, a low, a low, a low. On the RSI and the MACD, we made a low, higher low, higher low. come down to here. We make a low, a low, a low, a low, a low. On the MACD and the RSI, we make a low, a higher low, and once again, a higher low. Now, we were looking for this to possibly roll over into our 45k area to give us a third divergence and a third histogram island here. That never happened. We just got the bounce straight away. Yeah, the market is bullish enough to do that, and that is what it did. So let's remove this from our chart. And now let's look at upside targets. So first things first, we've got to be aware of our golden pocket here, which comes in at the monthly open, which will be a monthly level by the time this month closes. So it's very unlikely we're going to get up all the way up here before the month closes. I think we're going to find a range, and then we're going to be looking higher after that. But this, what does this give us? 58 to 60k area is going to be really important resistance for us. This is what price needs to get through. What you can also take from here is our fixed range. So we could take a fixed range from here. This gives us a point of control. We could take our fixed range from here. This gives us a slightly lower point of control, but we have a really high volume node coming up here. And yeah, basically anywhere else, if we're looking at the range above, our point of control or a high volume node is coming in at this 58,850 region. So that for me is massive resistance. And that is where I would look to take short positions. So this is where I'll look for shorts. And if we can maintain this daily and put in a range here, then this could be a really nice swing long into this area of resistance. So we can remove that. Next thing, I think we need to look more local. So we have our golden pocket resistance here coming in, let's say 54k. So 54k here is going to be resistance. We could pull this down even to the breakdown, and we have gone through that. So this looks nice to me. We can also start to take our fixed range of this range here and find where that is. So we have 55,350 area as a resistance, and then we have our weekly level, which was where we were taking longs a few weeks ago from. So this naturally will become a resistance because of the swing long that we got off of that previously. So what do we see as being likely? What I would like is for us to come down here, hold the daily, and then we can be looking up into this weekly area, 55,800. Again, if we can start to get another wave higher, we would maybe come back down, and then we hit our final target, at which point this is where you can start to possibly see a reversal occur. So we have three resistances. Each of them, I think, will give a reaction along the way, and that third one above is really what we're looking for to take the swing short. Like scalping short off of these, great. Scalping short off of anything in between, great. But for like a swing short, if depending on how we get there, and we'll monitor this if and when we do get there, then that could be something that we could take down for another, what, 10-15% move to the downside. So yeah, we could probably get a decent percentage move out of this. So yeah, I think that is, I'm not going to go over any naked points of control, anything off of EXO this morning. What we do have is a really nice short squeeze going on right now. So look how short's increased at the low here, and pump, and immediately we are just falling down. Now, we need to see if this uptrend is to continue. Like, this is okay now, this is the short squeeze that's happening, and you would expect open interest to fall because of the number of shorts that are being stopped out, that are being liquidated, that are just being closed. What we would like to see now is if this does form a range, we would want to start to see an increase in open interest as it forms a range, with some appetite for long positions opening more, possibly even some more short positions, and just a nice rise in our open interest as this now starts to come up to form a healthy uptrend. This is just the first like initial stages of that uptrend. So that would be nice. Okay, let's just have a very quick look. So let's have a look at our TPO chart. So we do have a significant number of single prints here that are within value area. So under normal circumstances, you would expect these to fill. Anything outside of value area, I'm not so interested in. But if we do get single prints within the value area, then we'd be looking back down to 51k for those to get filled. Yeah, that comes back down to our daily quite nicely. We could just sweep below it, fill the single prints, and reclaim the daily. That's one scenario. We also have our previous day value area high down here at 50,500. 50,522.5, with these other ones outside of value area, but there are lower targets that we could have. If we go onto our daily chart, we do have this naked point of control right above us here, on the 4 hour around 53,200. We also have another one above us at 55,500. If we go onto our daily, we can see that we came down into a naked point of control. Let's zoom out. Let's find that. Anyway, so we do have our daily naked point of control here at 53,500. And then we're looking higher again, so yeah. So I would say we are coming up into our first kind of major area of resistance right now. So this, let's have a look here. So what is this? 53,500. 53,500 brings us into here. So what I'd like to see now, and let's go on to the short-term time frames, is just a move up to here and then a rejection. So this would be a take profit for me on the long, and probably a scalp short off of this as well, because we can't just go up in a straight line. This has been a really nice move up so far, but we are looking for a retrace to occur at some point. And even if it's just a shallow one, you could get a good short off of this area. So 55,300 to 54k. That is where I'll be taking profit and looking for a short position, possibly. Cool. All right, let's have a quick look on Ethereum. So Ethereum been really, really nice so far. So it found support on this monthly level, and this was the monthly that I was saying would be really important. This is like must hold above here to close the month, and that doesn't change for me. We've still got a few more days left of this month, and Ethereum does have to close above this monthly in order to remain bullish. At the moment, we have backtested twice this monthly level. Both times had a really nice bounce. And now we are testing the previous, so this is previous wick high. So this is what I was looking at from way back here. So back in February, okay? So now we are looking to step up again. So if Ethereum can maintain here, then again, that looks healthy for a move up, which would be targeting 0.056 Bitcoin. On the USD chart, very similar thing, but we do have resistance above us here at $2,500. We do have this resistance, but this is it, like 1, 2, 3, 4 tests of this daily demand, and up we go. Now we are into our first level of resistance. So we have come into this area. This is a take profit area. So anything within here, if you have been long from down here, this is a take profit area. So Ethereum, really, really nice, really nice. Litecoin also looks really good. So this is just a continued, just maintaining this monthly level. I was saying before, like, is if it can maintain this, and this is where this really became like, this is massive, is the reaction off of the first dump we had the other week. This is a really important level now, and this has been an important level for the best part of like a year, almost 2 years for Litecoin. So yeah, massive. If this can hold, then we'll be looking for it to outpace Bitcoin by 25% over the course of the next few weeks. So, sorry, 15% over the course of the next few weeks. So if Bitcoin remains bullish, I would be even more bullish on Litecoin. It's regained our monthly level here. It has changed market structure. It's taken these highs. So again, this is a take profit level, and you'll be maybe looking for down before the next move up. So yeah, everything's had a really nice bounce, and everything's at a take profit area, or well, everything we've looked at. But we have changed market structure across all of the major, like all the big three, or what I consider to be the big three. And yeah, just green everywhere today, which is really nice to see after what's been a tough week for a lot of people. What are our biggest movers? So we have Matic. We were looking at this. This came into our demand. This is what we wanted to buy. It never came quite low enough for this, but Matic is going for it. Serum just keeps on going. These are all on my watch list. So swipe into our monthly, got a bounce off of that. We'll see how this goes. But again, if you're thinking this is the same for everything, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to change market structure and come back higher. RSR never quite reached our weekly area as a target, but it did take these lows, and we're bouncing from there. Again, we've had like a 1, 2, 3. This is all very sideways because it's still in accumulation anyway. Okay. Yeah, some really nice trades that have happened over the weekend on a lot of these altcoins. KT looks really good. BZRX looks really good. If that can reclaim this monthly, then we're looking for higher up here. Acro, again, if this can reclaim this monthly, then we'd be looking for higher again up here. Yeah. What a difference a day makes, eh? Cool. Right, this is getting on for 20 minutes now, so I think I'm going to leave it at that. You all know the targets on the upside. We're at take profit area. I would be looking for this to come down to the 51k region, which would be really nice if it does. That would be where I can start compounding this long position. So if I take, say, a certain percentage off here, then you can look to compound. We can also take things a little bit lower, and we could come back down to our weekly open. We could fill everything within this TPA. So we do still have 49k as, like, if we do come back down here, this will be really nice. And we can do something like this. I'd be surprised if that does happen, because I do think that we're in a short squeeze right now, and I don't think this is going to be able to let off that much. Like, if you give people a chance to get out, basically at break even down here, then yeah, like, you're then running the risk of falling back down further into these supports down here. I think if it comes back down this low, then you've almost got to trap people again down here and try again. But yeah, that is a scenario. So we do have 49k as a compound area. We do have 51 as an area to compound. We do have our resistance here, like right where we are up until 54. And then we have this weekly, and then we have our big resistance up above here. Cool. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks everyone, and I will see you in the chat. Bye.